Welcome to Wisdom Inspired, a podcast designed to help high achievers to eliminate burnout and overwhelm. Now let's prepare to open our hearts, our minds, and our notebooks to receive today's wisdom.
Topic. The title for today is Managing Problems Positively. Managing Problems Positively. Now that we've covered getting the proper perspective on our problems, today it's time for us to learn how to manage the problems, how to end up being the director of operations of problems in our own life, okay? We got to make sure that we are operating in a way and operating with strategies for executing action so that we can be sure that we are moving forward with dealing with the problems that arise in our lives, okay? So today I'm going to share 6 principles for execution of action. 6 principles for execution of action, right? This execution of action will allow you to positively manage your problems, all right? The first principle is never underestimate or exaggerate. Never underestimate or exaggerate. Never underestimate the problem. Take it seriously, no matter how lightly it may seem on the surface. Now, taking it seriously does not mean to overreact. Don't exaggerate the problem. Don't exaggerate the impact that the problem has on your life. You know, prime example, you might have something that happens that seems to be and feel emotionally tragic. One thing that I can share from my own personal life is I remember in 2019 when my title business, the work and the clients, things just dropped off like nowhere, right? And immediately I'm in this panic mode because I feel, the urgency, the change in income of adapting to this new change made me fearful. It made me doubt. It made me feel like I don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to lose everything. Everything's gone, right? This panic. So I exaggerated the impacts because I'm here in 2022, haven't lost a thing and still doing fine, right? Because in that moment, I allowed my emotions to take over, right? And immediately my emotions was the thing that was telling me this long drawn out story of all the horrible things that were going to happen. Now, mind you, it was a serious situation. It required my attention, but it wasn't something that impacted my life in a way that would destroy everything that we had accomplished. Does that make sense? So you have to remember, all problems require their proper attention, but do not give them the life-ending power as if that you somehow are incapable of overcoming it. You have an undeveloped, unchanneled power, and this problem has only presented an opportunity for you to tap into that power so that you can overcome it and move forward. So, in this principle, the easiest thing to remember is play down the impact of the problem and pray up the power you have to overcome it. The second principle of execution of action is don't wait or aggravate it. Don't wait or aggravate it. Don't give the problem time to fester. Do not allow problems to become more damaging in your life by giving it time and space. Problems do not solve themselves, so do not wait for them, because what is a light problem in a moment can become catastrophic if not given its proper attention. And aggravating it is by having a negative reaction, by not allowing your emotions to be put in their proper perspective. Your emotions that are not in alignment with the power that you possess now begins to lead you instead of them being what they are meant to be, which are just signals, to signal you that there's something going on that requires your attention, but your emotions are never to guide your decision making. That's where negative reactions come from. That's where you can make negative choices that can bind you and tie you up even worse. Okay? So remember, don't wait, and also don't aggravate it. But simply don't try to fix blame to the problem, but simply make a decision to fix the problem. Control your negative emotions. The third principle is motivate. Considering positive reactions, now it's time for you to motivate yourself into action. When you think positively, you now gain this new level of motivation to believe that this problem can be dealt with if you have the proper solutions in place. You have a decision to make. That's it. All you have to do is decide to do something about the problem, and immediately you are now put in the control seat to deal with it. Don't get lost in the illusion that this problem is so unsurmountable that it can't be solved, because every problem has an expiration date. Every problem can be solved, but you have to remember you need a positive reaction in order for you to be able to make the right decision. Every obstacle is just an opportunity for you to have the courage to take a risk that's outside of your comfort zone. Our fourth principle is dedication. Give it all you got. Get enthusiastic about the life that awaits you on the other side of this obstacle, and go after that with everything you got. Don't quit. Dedicate yourself to enthusiastic living as you take action toward this problem. Unexpected sources of help can come from unpredictable places as long as you are dedicated to coming to the solution that lies ahead for this problem. Stay dedicated. You have exactly what you need, and as long as you keep moving forward, everything else that you need, you'll walk right into it. The fifth principle is communication. Remember that oftentimes the solution lies in sources that are outside of your present condition, circumstances, or environment. So all you need to do is ask for help. Don't be too proud to tell people you need help or support. Communicating allows yourself to be opened up to numerous resources that can be the solution to the problem that you have. And the sixth principle in execution of action is to insulate and not isolate. Insulate yourself by protecting your mind, your spirit, your heart, your conversations from negative advice and negative conversations. But don't isolate yourself from other people. You just have to be diligent about evaluating the content of your own conversations with yourself and with others, and be very intentional about eliminating any negative thoughts, ideas, or advice that can hamper your execution of action. Insulate your mind by making sure that you are filling yourself up with the things that's necessary to keep you encouraged, to keep you empowered, to lift you up, to remind you that you have all that you need inside of you, to keep you moving forward. Those things can come always, I recommend, is the Bible first, and then making sure you surround yourself with people who think, who believe, who are also executing actions on their own problems, who are able to support you and to keep you focused, who are not reminding you of the dreaded problem, but reminding you of the enormous amount of power that lies in you, that all you have to do is possibly see things differently. So insulate your mind, but never isolate yourself from others. So, managing our problems positively, we now have 6 principles for execution of action that allows us to become the outstanding director of operations in our own life, to direct the problems to the solutions that are waiting us so that we can get to the next level of living that lies ahead of us. Your problems are never too big, but problems will continue to happen. You are equipped to deal with them as long as you remember that you are capable of managing them by simply executing action and using and applying these 6 principles to continue to support you no matter the problem. Well, I hope today's wisdom encourages you, empowers you, and establishes you as the dynamic problem solver in your own life.
I hope you enjoyed the episode of Wisdom Inspired that was brought to you by the AAC Co-working Community, a virtual community designed to support female entrepreneurs, business owners, and freelance professionals. For more, go to wisdominspired.net.